Counter-Strike 2 is finally released, so today I'm going to show you guys 5 smokes on every single map that you absolutely need to know, because some of you guys are playing for the first time, and even if you're not playing for the first time, it's still just good to get a refresher, because some of the lineups from CSGO have actually changed going into this game. So we're going to go ahead and get started, but before we do, a word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a site where you can trade your skins that you don't want anymore to get some fresh, clean, new skins. All you do is you log in through Steam, and then put in the items that you don't want anymore, grab the items that you do, and then click trades. Trades happen almost immediately, and any extra balance that you don't use in your current trade will roll over so you can use it in a future trade as well. Right now you can get a free $5 if you use code Austin on the site, and if you were to use my code you get an extra 5% on top of the 30% deposit bonus. So let's say that you deposit $100, you would get $135 on the site, and you can use that for a future trade. So go ahead and check out SkinsMonkey, and let's get right back into the video. Starting here with the window smoke on Mirage. For T side, of course, we're going to get into the corner here of this barrel, and once we do that we're going to look up to the roof about right here, and then you're going to hold D, and while you're holding D you're just going to jump though, and we're going to get this beautiful window smoke. Now of course the reason that we're throwing this is so that we can come out mid easier without having to worry about the opper in the window, and it makes the mid fight a lot more favorable for the T's. But you can actually pair that with another smoke that you need to know now in CS2, the connector smoke. It's very common for people to come up here and try to fight you in middle on CT side, so we can actually smoke them off now in this new version. So out of spawn you're going to have one teammate probably throw the window smoke, and then you would get into the corner here and look at this rug, aim at this yellow part here, and then give it a jump though. Now with both of these smokes it makes taking mid very easy, and I would consider these to be the two must-know smokes to take mid on Mirage. If you want to go away, it's going to be nice to have a stairs and jungle smoke, so I'll quickly show you those as well. Super easy to do. Stairs lineup is the complete same, so you're just going to jump up here on top of this, and then aim in the gap of all of this wood and the palace, and then you're just going to left click though. That's going to be an easy stair smoke. And the jungle smoke is even easier in this version. You're just going to come up here, line up in the middle like this, and then you're going to find this little pillar here and just aim to the left of it in the middle, and that's going to be a perfect jungle smoke. So when you throw both of these, you're going to have a nice combination. And now in CS2, with the way that the stair smoke spreads, it actually covers off sandwich, so make sure that you're ready to check that angle just in case we have somebody that wants to hide inside of the sandwich smoke. Just got to be ready to make sure that there's nobody hiding there. And the final smoke is a nice market window smoke that we're going to need to know how to throw just to make sure that there's nobody that's holding you like an opper. Now this is one of the examples of one of the smokes that's going to have a different lineup in this game. It's just as easy. You're going to get into the corner, but instead now we're going to look for this black splotch. As you can see here, it's just a cut out right here in the corner. You're just going to look for that, and that's going to be an easy market smoke. So once you just find it, you're going to put your crosshair there and then give it an easy jump though, and then we're going to have a beautiful market window smoke. As you can see, it's going to land in the boxes in market, and one of the benefits of that is, of course, it makes it so that the smoke does not come out so much. On Inferno, one of the most important smokes is the moto smoke, and in this version it's really easy to throw. So when you're getting ready to execute A, you're just going to go ahead and get stuck in this corner by these new red boxes, and you're going to crouch. And then you're going to look for this dot on the wall and just aim a little bit up, just a tiny bit, and then jump though, while crouched again, and this will give you the perfect moto smoke with 0 gaps, and obviously we do like that for going A. But you might be thinking, Austin, well that's all fine, but I also need to know how to smoke off arch. Well, I've got the perfect solution for you. The smoke that I recommend for arch is the smoke that Rob's discovered, which is out of alt mid here. You're going to go ahead and get stuck in front of the door, aim above this line, and then jump though. Now the reason I think that this smoke is better than any other arch smoke that you could throw is because it's thrown from a safe location, and also the way that it blooms means that you can actually lurk through the smoke onto this backside here, so you could potentially come through and make a little bit of a play. Going towards B, there's obviously 2 smokes that we need to know, which is the coffin smoke and the CT smoke, and the CT smoke has genuinely never been easier. So to do it, you're just going to go ahead and get stuck in this corner and look for this part of the roof, and then left click though, and that'll be a CT smoke for you, as simple as you like. Now some people are going to say, Austin, isn't there a smoke that lands on top here that smokes off the boost and CT? Well, there used to be, but in the official release they actually made it so that this smoke does not work anymore, so you could just throw the regular CT smoke and it will be better. Now you're also going to need a coffin smoke, and I've been watching all of the CS2 matches that have happened, and the one that the pros seem to like is this one right here on this side of half wall, where you're going to go ahead and crouch, and you're going to look for this shape right here and just aim like this and then jump though. Now I can't lie, this smoke is a little bit difficult to remember, but after you practice it should be pretty easy. And the reason that this smoke is so good is because of the way that it lands. It makes it so that coffin gets smoked and there's no way to play anywhere on this right side. Whereas if you throw another coffin smoke that you might see on YouTube, one that lands like this, what might happen is you might get a smoke that blooms all the way out and gives the CT a chance to make a play on the right side of the smoke, and we really don't want that. So make sure you throw this lineup that I just showed you. For CT side, there is this really insane new meta smoke that you're going to need to know, which is when you come out of CT spawn, you're going to get stuck on this chair. you're going to look for this dot and just aim up to the right just the slightest bit and then jump though. Now the reason that I think this smoke is going to be meta is because for the price of one smoke, we can actually smoke off bottom banana and bottom mid, which makes it significantly easier for the CTs to fight in the early round. And again, this is just one smoke that we're using, which makes it very, very useful. And I think that every team is going to benefit from knowing this simple smoke. On Ancient, there's a lot of smokes that are really nice to know, but we're going to start off with the house smoke out of spawn. Now, we would throw this smoke in order to fight towards mid because it smokes off the opper that wants to play in house, and it's really easy. You're just going to line up on the left side here of this pillar, and then you're going to look on this door. Look for this part right here in the brick, and then jump though. That'll be a perfect house smoke. But since you want to throw the smoke as fast as possible, let's say that you didn't get a spawn on the left side, and instead we got a spawn over here, where there is also a way to smoke off the house from right here on this right side, and it's the same idea. You're going to line up on the right side of the pillar this time, and this time you're going to look for this big brick and aim in the top left, and then give it a jump though, and that'll also be a house smoke, a nice little 2-for-1 combo there. If you want to go towards B, it's really important to smoke off short and also long, and we're going to start off with a short smoke. Now, this one's really easy, probably the most important smoke for B site. You're going to get into this corner like this, and aim in the bottom left of this rectangle, and then you're going to jump though. That'll smoke off short, and the reason we want to do this is because it gets rid of that really annoying angle right here, where you're trying to come up ramp and you're just getting up from CT spawn. So some of you guys are probably thinking, Austin, I also want to smoke off right side, and we can easily do that from the same spot actually. So we could have a teammate drop us a smoke, or we could just have another teammate here. What we would do is we would be in the same spot, and we would aim right here at this cone, and then we would jump though, and this will also give us a perfect right side smoke. And there you go, those are 2 easy smokes that you can use to go B. On this map, there's no real smoke that you need to know on CT side, but there is a smoke that you need to know for CT spawn, which is right here outside of A main. If we crouch and aim up in this gap right here, we can jump though and smoke off CT spawn, so going A is really easy because there's no longer an opera just waiting in CT spawn to kill you because he'll be smoked off. But you can actually combine this CT smoke with a nice donut smoke, and this is probably one of the other most important smokes to throw. The smoke is a little complicated, but I'm going to explain it really easily for you. So you're going to line up on the left side here in the middle, just like this. Look for this wall of X's and go ahead and aim on the far left row here, and then aim in the middle just a little bit down. And once you do that, you're just going to go ahead and give it a jump throw while standing, and you're going to get this beautiful donut smoke that's going to just go ahead and bounce off of the temple and land inside here. And there you go, that's an easy little donut smoke that you can throw, and combined with the CT smoke, it'll make your A ancient hits a lot better. Moving over to Overpass, I think the most important smoke is a monster smoke out of CT spawn, and it's really easy to throw. So out of spawn, we're going to move over to this trash can, and we're going to crouch and aim right here at this square, and then give it a jump though. That'll be a nice little monster smoke. It's going to fly across the map and land comfortably to smoke off monster. Now, I'm sure in the future we'll find a better lineup that's going to land in the tunnel that'll be better. However, this is the one that we used in CSGO, and I think that this one will be just fine for now. If you've tried to go towards A and you want to smoke off dumpster, you might find that the old lineup does not work anymore, and the old lineup was where you jumped up in the middle here and you aimed at this girl's head. But this doesn't work because now when you try to do that, this happens. And obviously that's happening because there's a new light here, so we have to work around that. So we can line up the same way for the new smoke, but this time we're going to aim right here at the top left of the light like so, and then we're going to give it a left click throw, and that's going to be the perfect dumpster smoke for the new version of Overpass. Going B, there's 2 smokes that I think are absolutely essential, and one of them is the mid-sight smoke. Now the mid-sight smoke is a lot easier in this version, so what you're going to do is you're going to line up on this barrel like before, aim at this line, but just go up to the height of here and then left click. That'll be a perfect mid-sight smoke. Now, a lot of people that are newer to the game might be confused. Why would we want to smoke off mid-sight instead of something else, like let's say heaven? And the reason is because if we actually come out here, you see that this smoke will cover off heaven if we try to come up here close to pillar, which is really nice. And also, if we were to scale on the right side, we would notice that it covers off these CT and graffiti angles, which is also a big benefit. But if you insist that we need to also smoke off heaven as well, I have the easiest lineup for you, which is right here from short B. We just get stuck on this wooden plank, and then we put our crosshair in this triangle right here. We're going to put our crosshair in the middle and then just aim down a good bit, and then when we left click throw, that will be the perfect heaven smoke. Now I was trying to find one more smoke that I thought was really important to put in the video, and what I came up with is a front bathroom smoke out of T-spawn, and it's really easy to do in this version. So what we'll do is out of spawn, we're going to come up here and line up on this left railing. Then we're going to crouch, look high left, and find this dot, put our crosshair on it, and then give it a jump throw. Now that smoke is obviously going to fly all the way over and land comfortably in this doorway. Now people who are newer to the game might be really confused because why would we be smoking our front bathroom? And the reason is because when we come up here, we won't have to worry about these angles right here that the opera would like to play, or let's say we go up towards party, we won't have to worry about this annoying divider angle that the opera likes to play again. So it's just a quality of life smoke that makes going towards A lot easier, and it's going to be really useful in your games. Moving on to Vertigo, we actually only have a handful of smokes that are even worth knowing on this map, so let's just start off with the A smokes, which are really easy to do. So we'll start off with the left side smoke. So what we're going to do is we're going to get stuck here in the corner of these sandbags, put our crosshair on the beam like this, and then jump throw. Now that's going to be a left side smoke, and obviously this left side smoke is really good because we could throw it to come up side hall and get a plant down. But you can combine it with a right side smoke, which is thrown from the ramp here, and what you'll do is you're just going to come up here, look for this orange box on the pillar here, and then just left click though on that box. Now you might feel like you're a little exposed here, but for the most part you're going to be completely fine. And when you combine the left side smoke with the right side smoke, you're going to get this nice smoke wall, which makes coming up towards A really easy because you can just come up here comfortably and get the bomb down and then leave. Easily the most important smoke on Vertigo is the A ramp smoke, and it's a little bit confusing for newer players to throw, but I'm going to show you the easiest, most consistent lineup, which is right here in elevator room. You're going to line up on this wood board, and then you're going to put your crosshair right here like this. And then we're going to run through, and when our crosshair crosses the light right here, we're going to let go. So if we do it right, it'll look like this. As you can see here, the smoke is going to bounce off of this pillar and land at the bottom of the ramp, and this smoke is very useful because it lets the CTs fight towards ramp, and obviously we need to know that. And once you get better with the smoke lineup, you can actually throw it on the run, which is how most pros, including myself, throw this smoke. So go ahead and practice this one in the server and let me know how it goes for you. For B site, there's not really too many smokes that I would say are must know. The only one that I could think of is the one that lands right side generator because it smokes off this really annoying angle right here, and also it smokes off the left side of generator, which just makes it very nice to come up B. And this smoke is as easy as you like. You're going to come up at the bottom of the stairs, crouch, aim at the corner of this box, and then you're just going to stand. We're not going to move our crosshair, and then we're going to left click though. Really easy smoke. It's going to bounce off of the generator and it'll smoke off the right side, and it's a really nice smoke to have in your B executes. Realistically, the only other smoke that you absolutely need to know is a smoke from mid to B. Now you might think that this is really easy, Austin, everybody knows this, but I have a shocking amount of people that don't know that you can bounce a smoke off of the sandbags here that'll smoke off mid to B perfectly. And it's actually never been easier because in CS2 the smoke just pretty much it's impossible to miss. So you could just smoke off the sandbags and you can use it to go mid to B. Now a lot of people aren't going to be happy because this isn't some fancy lineup, but that's okay because it doesn't always have to be pretty because the pros are going to throw this smoke, so you should probably know it too. Nuke can be scary for a lot of newer players because they know that they need to know how to throw outside smokes, and those seem really scary like I said, but they're actually super easy. So let me show you how to throw all three outside smokes. Starting with the easiest one and the most important one in the list, which is one where you bounce it off this fence running outside. There's no real lineup to this one, just anywhere as long as you're running up on this line here at the fence will be perfect. Obviously the reason we want to throw this smoke is because we can stop the garage opera from seeing us, and when we cross the red box we also don't have to worry about this annoying angle right here, so we need this smoke first and foremost. After that, we're going to show you the two smokes that we need to know. Now, this is a public service announcement to every new player. There is two smokes that you need to know for outside smokes. There is the front truck smoke, which is the one that you throw from the front of the truck, and then there's the back truck smoke, which is the one that you throw from the back of the truck. If everybody knew how to throw these, your nuke games would be a lot better because T-side needs these smokes to function. Starting with back truck, what you'll do is you'll line up on the back of the truck, lining up with this orange box like so, and we're going to go ahead and look for this part in the window right here and then just jump though. It's the easiest thing ever, and the smoke will land in front of T-Red as you can see on the nade cam. But you can also throw front truck, which is when you line up on the left of the box like this at the front of the truck, of course. And we're going to line up on the left of the box, and we're going to aim at the roof right like here and then jump though. And then all of a sudden you realize that you've just thrown outside smokes, and it's the easiest thing ever. So when you throw front truck, you can combine it with back truck and we get this perfect wall of smokes. And we can use these wall of smokes to go down in towards secret, which means we can go down towards B. These smokes are a lot easier than people think that they are, so please take the time to learn these ones because if you do know them, it makes nuke so much easier. On the flip side of things, it's really important to know this smoke to go outside on nuke as a CT, which is the smoke that we like to call the glaive smoke because, well, glaive through it a lot. Now, what you'll do is out of spawn, you're just going to go ahead and run and throw it off of this box, and it's going to give you this nice little smoke. Now, you might be confused. Austin, that smoke does not look like it makes any sense. Well, the reason that it's so good is because we can actually use this smoke to cross towards secret without getting spotted by anybody that were to try to jump spot these boxes early on, which happens a lot. It also gives you the opportunities to lurk up and play close behind the box here. Maybe you want to get behind red. Maybe you even want to use the smoke to come up close and get underneath the silo. There's a lot of opportunities with the smoke, and it's very important to throw on CT side at least every once in a while because it just keeps the T's on their toes. Last smoke that I want to show you is a smoke that lands in front of the vent here, which we call the vent lurk smoke. And the reason that the smoke is so strong is because it lets you come out of the door and try to go down vent without having to get spotted. Now the smoke is really easy to throw, so out of spawn we're going to make sure we break the windows like we always should. Again, another public service announcement, always break the windows. Once we do that, we're going to go ahead and get stuck in this corner here, and we're going to crouch. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look for this light, go up, and we're going to go 1, 2 lines over to find this one here, and we're going to stand and then jump though. That's going to give you the perfect vent lurk smoke. As you can see, it's going to land right in front of the vent. Now if we open up the door or we blow it up, you can see here that when we come out, we can easily creep out here and fight either towards heaven on the back wall here. Maybe we want to fight towards top hut. Maybe we want to just break the vent and go down. A lot of options with this smoke, and if you're playing as a solo queue player, this smoke will let you dominate 100% of the time because people really just don't know how to handle this. Now once you get really good at throwing this smoke, it's actually very easy to throw. It might have seemed a little confusing at first, but I promise that once you know how to throw it, the smoke will be a game changer. Now, a lot of newer players aren't going to like Anubis, but I'm going to make the case that it's really not that bad. And then the first thing I want to show you is how to smoke off house out of spawn, which makes the mid fight a little bit easier. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and get stuck in this corner right away out of spawn and look for this corner of the roof right like this. It's a little bit hard to see. I'm not even going to lie on this version of the map. And then once you find it, you're just going to jump though. It'll be a perfect smoke that lands in towards house. Obviously, this makes the fight a little bit easier in towards mid because you only have to focus on the right side. And I think that you'll benefit a lot from knowing this. You'll also benefit a lot from knowing how to smoke E-box, which is from the same spot in spawn. You're going to get stuck in the doorway here and look for this board like this and then just jump though. Now this smoke is going to go ahead and bounce and it'll cover off E-box, which will make going towards canal a lot more comfortable for the T's side because we can get up close to canal. We don't have to worry about anyone peeking us from E-box. Easily the most important smoke on the map. If we want to go towards A, I think easily the most important smoke is a smoke that lands in heaven on A right up here. So it's really easy to throw, but it's a lot different than the version in CSGO. So we're going to get stuck in this corner right like this, and we're going to aim in the middle of this box like this right here. And we're going to press W and jump though at the same time. And when we do that, we're going to get this nice little heaven smoke like that. As you can see, beautiful heaven smoke. Another smoke that you'll need if you want to go towards A is a smoke that lands in towards camera, which is this connector right here. Now, I haven't shown any mollies in this video, but I'll actually show you one molly just because you need to know it for this execute. So if we want to go towards A, we're going to go ahead and get stuck in this corner outside of A main. We're going to find this wooden plank right here in the middle, and once we find like this, we're just going to go ahead and jump though. That's going to be a smoke that lands in towards camera, but this smoke isn't good enough by itself because you also need to throw this molly, which is when you aim at the top of the same plank, and then you're going to middle click, so I'm holding left and right click, and then I'm going to jump though with it as well. And you need to throw this along with the camera smoke because otherwise they could just come through the camera smoke and they could play right here, and that's obviously not good. There's a really meta smoke that every pro throws on this map, and it's a smoke that covers off this left side right here really quickly out of spawn. You can use it to B rush, you can use it to execute, but I want to show you it's really easy. You're going to get stuck here in this corner out of spawn, put our crosshair right here in the window of B site, and then jump though. And this smoke is going to be a left side smoke, and of course, like I just mentioned, it'll cover this off, which makes going towards B a lot easier for the T's because Palace will be smoked and CT will be smoked, and it just applies a lot of pressure to the CTs, especially if you're rushing. Having the smoke get dropped as soon as you land here is gonna, it's gonna be hard to deal with, which makes this smoke by far one of the best smokes to go towards B with. So that'll be 5 smokes on every single map that you need to know. Hopefully this will make it easier for newer players who are just playing CS for the first time, or even more experienced players because some of the lineups are different. And if you did learn something, make sure you guys like the video, share it with your friends as well to make your games a little bit easier. And if you did enjoy the video, I would really appreciate if you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting so much content in CS2, and I'm very excited. And that's going to do it for me. So, yeah.